Alrighty, welcome back everyone, it's Garlaanx here bringing you another Neverwinter video. And today we are going to be talking about the dungeon key changes that are apparently going to be coming on console for the mid-module update, or also known as 10.5. Just a thing right off the bat here, this video isn't really a video, it's going to be more of a podcast, so feel free just to leave it in the background and listen to it. The gameplay isn't really going to matter, I'm just going to be running around doing a bunch of random things. But for instance, if you guys just want to minimize the video and listen to it, that would be the best option. Unless you really want to watch the gameplay, then be my guest. But let's jump right into it. So what am I talking about? We are going to be talking about the dungeon key changes. Now, if you've been living under a rock and you don't know what that is, basically, the company, Cryptic, a few months back decided that they are going to take peeking out of the chests away. You know how you look in a chest, you can see what's in the chest before actually taking the chest and getting your key consumed. So this could be a bad thing, but honestly, I was really looking forward to it. Like, when this first was announced, I was actually really pumped. And rightfully so, because they had said that they are going to increase the actual drop rates of items. Now, even though the game has been around for, over 3 years, they decided that it was basically a bug and it was never intended to be that way. The keys were always supposed to be consumed upon opening the chest, and it never happened. We had the opportunity to look into the chest before actually taking the loot out of it and not wasting an actual key. And it's been like that. Everyone has been comfortable with that. Like I said, it's been like that for a very long time, and they wanted to change it. Well, the community, of course, lost its mind. Rightfully so, because the RNG in this game is absolutely atrocious, guys. It's so bad. So they decided that they would put it off. They didn't say they were going to cancel it. They said they were going to put it off for a while. So here we are today. It's January 16th, 2017. Tomorrow is the 17th, and the consoles are going to actually be getting that update. So what's the big deal about this? I don't understand why everyone's so up in arms, but at the same time, I do understand, and I am pretty mad myself. Basically, they put the key change on the test server, the preview server, whatever you want to call it, test preview, and it was only there for about a week, maybe even a little less than an actual week. And then they decided to push it to the live servers on PC, which happened like 5 days ago. And then they also decided that they were going to push the same patch for the console. So when we get See a Moving Ice, we're actually getting the key changes. And that is just unbelievably ridiculous. I can't fathom it. Like, how can you justify pushing that system onto the console players, and even the PC players for that matter, with such limited testing? You literally only tested that content for a week, and then you pushed it to live. I don't understand why. Well, I do understand why, and we'll go over that, but for the most people, they don't understand why or what's happening, and that falls back onto the community manager, Julia, or Nitro Circus, or NeoCat, or whatever her name is. I don't know what her name is, but Julia, the community manager, she needs to put out a statement that explains exactly what they're doing. But it's just utterly ridiculous. Like, the limited amount of testing that they've done, there was no way to be pushing that out so soon. There's no reason it couldn't be tested a little bit and then pushed out at a later date. There's absolutely, especially for console, especially. Like, it is just unfucking real, like, how angry I am. Now, you're asking yourself, why am I angry about this? I just said that I was happy about the key changes. I am happy about the key changes. I'm looking very forward to the key changes. The difference is that the PC players had Sea of Moving Ice for, almost 2 months before the key changes started to affect them. Console isn't getting that luxury. Soon as 10.5 comes out, the key changes are coming with it, and that is atrocious. Why? I'm of course talking about the new instance, the new 10-man instance, Sorvenborg. It's a huge deal. The relic weapons need to be farmed in Sorvenborg. The materials. If you don't know what the relic weapons are for 10.5, I'll probably have numerous videos on 10.5, but the relic weapons you get by actually doing the main storyline. In Sea of Moving Ice, you get the relic weapons for free. However, you need materials from the new 10-man instance. And it's a pain. It's going to be a grind and a half. It was a grind and a half for the PC community when they can actually still peek in the chest, because there's going to be... How do I say? There's going to be 3 different marks. So you know how you have your current marks right now. You know, you got your epic potencies and blah, blah, blah. And you got your green versions and you got your blue versions. Well, there's going to be the same things specifically just for the relic weapons, guys. So there's going to be 3 different blue marks, 3 different green marks, and 3 different purple marks, as well as 3 different legendary marks. And for the legendary version, you need 5 legendary marks of each one. So 15 total legendary marks for each. Okay, so you need 15 for the weapon and 15 for the offhand. And apparently these are excruciating to get. I don't know if they're increasing the drop rate on the actual marks themselves, but just the sheer fact alone that we won't be able to peek in all 3 chests. There's 3 chests in there, each with its corresponding mark. So basically you're going in there blindly, and you're going to have to open the chest. You're going to have to open that chest 100% of the time until you get your legendary marks eventually. And that's also, it sucks, because we're going to get a lot of loot that we're not going to want. We're not going to need. Those marks serve no other purpose in the game other than for your weapons. So once you're done with the epic marks, and you don't need them anymore, and you only need your legendary marks, and you keep getting all those marks, you might as well just delete them. Like, there's no reason to even have them. Like, it's pointless. It's an utter fucking joke how bad it is. That's why I'm upset. Like I said, I am pumped for the key changes itself. It's the drop chances apparently are being increased on everything. I am 100% okay with that. I've been stockpiling keys forever, okay? I have so many keys, it's unbelievable. So I am ready for the changes, believe me. I am ready. That is a system that I am looking forward to. However, I am outraged just because they're pushing it so early. It's very unfair to the console community, Xbox and PS4. It is a slap in the face. And I know why. I know exactly why it's happening. And this whole thing, anyone with a brain can see it. But it is just a giant cash grab. That's all it is. This is a 100% cash grab, guys. It absolutely is a cash grab. It's so transparent. Like I said, anyone with a brain can see that it's a cash grab. And what do I mean by that? Okay, so for instance, currently it takes 20 hours to make a campaign key. The Sorvenborg is a little different. You get 3 keys by grinding out heroics, dailies, weeklies, that kind of stuff, but you can only hold a maximum of 5 of each key, which is stupid to begin with. Like, why is there a cap on how many keys I can hold for Sea of Moving Ice? But yeah, what they want you to do is buy legendary keys. Like, it's so transparent, it's unbelievable. You know, they want you to come over here to the Zen store, go down to your keys, and boom. They want you to buy these. And it's an absolute disgrace. I don't know what the revenue is on PC. I'm sure it's irrelevant. I'm sure Xbox and PS4 is definitely where they're getting a majority of their revenue from currently. So, yeah. Introducing the key changes on console when we're getting Sea of Moving Ice is definitely a cash grab. It's a joke. Like, the normal casual player isn't going to have enough keys saved up to contend. You know, they're not going to be able to do anything. So if they want to run dungeons, their only option is to buy legendary dragon keys. Now, whether, you know, you're super rich like me, I mean, I'm never going to have to pay any money for this game ever again. You can just transfer your AD into Zen and, of course, buy your keys that way. But for those people that don't have that option or that luxury, you know, they're either going to have to not play the game anymore, basically, because they're not going to have anything to do, or they're going to have to buy legendary dragon keys. So, I mean, they're not expensive. They're only 300 Zen for 5, but those keys are going to go so quick. You're going to be buying those non-stop, technically, which is a joke. I mean, one legendary dragon key is equal to about 50 cents real life currency. So anytime you're going to want to run a dungeon and you don't have that specific key for that dungeon, yeah, you're going to be burning 50 cents basically of your money out of your pocket. That's another joke. And I don't understand why this is happening. Like, there's no reason for it. There's a million different ways that the company can actually be making money. I've said it numerous times. Cryptic could very easily just, you know, not necessarily hire me, but they could hire me if they wanted, you know, but hire me as a consultant. Like Thomas Foss, like Mimic King, what are you doing, bro? What the fuck are you actually doing over there? Like, I had such high hopes for you, I really did, and then you guys go and pull something like this that is just unbelievable. It's really unbelievable. It really makes me think, like, does Wizards of the Coast actually know how bad you've ruined their image or their game per se? Because if they did, I'm sure the plug would have been pulled on you guys a long time ago. I've been around the block for, you know, I've been playing video games for 25 plus years, and I've seen some pretty bad companies in my time. But honestly, Cryptic Studios, you were slowly taking the cake. I don't want to throw too much shade at Julia, but Julia, I know you're new. You're the new community manager. You need to step it up a little bit. You need to communicate with the actual community, the fan base. You need to communicate with the community, your fan base, basically. And I don't mean putting out, you know, some corporate bullshit post saying, yeah, this is why we did it, blah, 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 blah. No, you need to actually talk to the community. You need to treat us as actual players and not just a cash cow that you're trying to milk. Because that's exactly what you're doing right now. And it's absurd. It is just absolutely fucking absurd. And like I said, maybe you don't understand my outrage yet, but a couple weeks down the road, when you guys slowly start realizing how bad it's going to be, especially if you're going to go for those relic weapons, it's literally going to take us months and months and months and months to farm the materials that we're going to need to upgrade those relic weapons. Like, there's no way around it now. Like, it's set in stone, it's happening, it's coming, and it is just, I'm beyond amazed at it. I don't like making these ranty videos, I really don't, but it's something that's needed, especially for my channel, because I do have a good following. People do listen when I talk most of the time. You know, it's just a sad fact. I do know about the game. And I know all you haters are going to comment below saying, well, Gar, why don't you just quit the game? You know, blah, 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 blah. I say that in every rant video. You know, why don't you just quit the game? Blah, 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 blah. You guys don't understand that I do actually love this game. I'm very compassionate about this game. I have a lot of money out of my own pocket into this game. I'm never going to quit this game until it finally dies, which, if it keeps going down the path it is going to eventually die. So no, I mean, I'm very compassionate about this game. That's why I'm so angry about this. But Julia, you need to step it up. You need to get out there, talk to Andy, you know, get Andy's help. I know he's still around, but you need to communicate to the community why these changes, in fact, were pushed so quickly, and why they couldn't be legitimately tested more. Like, there's no reason that they shouldn't have been tested. The loot tables should have been adjusted accordingly if there was something wrong with the loot tables. And for fuck's sake, console should not have gotten this at the same time as 10.5. That is literally a slap into the face of every player in this game. It is ridiculous. So that's me ranting. I'm going to try to calm down a little bit and talk, you know, normally. But yeah, so like I said, basically, you know, cryptic. What are you guys doing? Like, this is so transparent that it is honestly just basically a cash grab at this point. And honestly, I don't know what the direction of the game is actually going. Like I said, Thomas Foss, aka Mimicking, you're the lead developer, dude. Like, what are you doing over there? Like, I'm really starting to think that you guys are clueless. Like, what are you doing? And what do I mean by that is just the sheer fact that, like I said, you're going to try to push content that was limitedly tested less than a week, okay? But at the same time, like, I don't even consider Neverwinter, the game, an MMO. I mean, of course, it's a technical MMO, you know, massively multiplayer online game. Boo-hoo. But you can't compare Neverwinter to, like, a real MMO, like EverQuest used to be, or World of Warcraft used to be, or any of the legit MMOs that are even still in existence. I don't even know what's out there anymore. Does Guild Wars 2 still exist? I don't know. Does Lineage still exist? I have no idea. And what do I mean by that? Well, in an MMO, you have the luxury of, you know, grinding. And I mean real grinding. Anyone that plays Neverwinter and never played, you know, a previous title or like a real MMO, you have no idea what grinding really means, trust me. But yeah, Neverwinter grind, you know, farming, for instance, it seems to me that that's going to stop. Like, there's not going to be farming anymore. And that's unfortunate, because if I want to go into a dungeon, if I want to do that dungeon 50 times in a day, then why can't I? And of course I can still do a dungeon 50 times in a day, but at the same time, I'm going to have to pay for it, because I'm going to have to buy legendary dragon keys. I've made a suggestion post a long time ago in the official forums, which I will link in the description, and we'll try to revive it. Maybe Foss can reread it or something. But about campaign keys, there is absolutely no reason that a campaign key should take 20 hours to make. So basically, you can make one dungeon key a day. So if you want to farm either one CN or one Epic Demogorgon, because they use the same key, a Greater Demonic Key, you can get one key a day, and that's it. So if you want to farm any of those dungeons, you gotta buy legendary dragon keys. Like I said, I have a nice stockpile of keys right now, so I can farm dungeons. You know, I can do 70 Castle Nevers or 70 Epic Demogorgons. But once these keys are gone, guys, I'm screwed. Like, you guys realize that, right? Like, once my stockpile is gone and I can only go to making one key a day, that's absurd. You want to take the farming aspect out of the game, and I don't necessarily understand why. Like, the game's meant to be played. The game's meant to be doing dungeons with your friends, not, you know, everyone's going to be logging on once a day, doing their dailies, you know, whatever, doing their one dungeon a day, and that's it. Like, there'll be nothing to do. What the fuck are we going to do? We're going to fish? We're going to spend 90% of the time fishing in 10.5 because that's the most profitable thing that you're going to be able to do. Like, dungeon farming is dead, guys. Like, RIP, it's dead. And I don't understand why. Like, you know, Neverwinter you might as well just consider Neverwinter an adventure game anymore, because I don't consider it like an MMO. I haven't considered it an MMO in a long time, actually, but this definitely puts the icing on the cake. Yeah, the inability to be able to actually farm dungeons now is going to be dead, and that's sad. And at the same time, it kind of sucks, because even if I had the ability to farm dungeons, if the loot has increased so much, like, for instance, I finally got my legendary ring out of Prophecy of Madness. I got my Ring of Rising Precision +5 out of Prophecy of Madness. I never have to do Prophecy of Madness again, ever. There is no reason for me to ever go to that dungeon again, or skirmish, whatever. There's no reason for me to ever do it. And I got this yesterday, I got it today. I got it this morning. Before the key changes actually went live. And originally, like I said, I had like excuse me, I had 74 demonic keys ready to go for Prophecy of Madness. I was going to do Prophecy of Madness 74 times with the key changes, and if I didn't get a key, or if I didn't get that legendary ring in those 74 runs, I would have punched the baby. But for whatever reason, I was lucky enough and I actually pulled the damn ring, so I never have to do Prophecy of Madness again. And the same thing is going to be that's going to be the same pattern with every dungeon, guys. There's no reason to do Castle Never once you get everything you need from Castle Never. There's no reason to do Fangbreaker Island once you get everything you need from Fangbreaker Island. And I don't see the logic behind that. But very quickly, let's just finish this video. Let's wrap it up. We're almost at 20 minutes of me ranting, but I hope you guys understand why this video need to be made. Julia, I hope you did actually watch this video. I'm going to be tweeting to you to tell you to watch this video, because you guys seriously need a wake-up call over there. It's absolutely absurd. Now, I do have some positive things to say that I do want to add in this video, and that's the fact that Mod 11 has been on the preview server now for a few days. Mod 11 does actually look really, really good. I'm not going to lie. Even though most of the quests are all rehashed quests, so, you know, as always, I don't have a problem with that, but it's something new. It's something fresh. It actually looks good. There's some new maps. You know, you got the River District coming out. A few little game mechanic adjustments that I noticed. You know, I saw that loadouts are coming. I don't want to shit on the developers too much, because you guys seem to be like trying to go in the right direction, but then you do something stupid like this and just like ruin every aspect of hope that I had. Like, I don't understand. But Mod 11 actually does look good. There's some new stuff coming in Mod 11 that I'm pretty excited about. But I mean, console's not going to get Mod 11 for a while. It's going to be 3 months before we see Mod 11. We still got to deal with Sea of Moving Ice, which, like I said, with the key changes going live so quickly, which is a joke. I'll say it again. Absolute joke. Absolute cash grab. Fucking joke. Mod 11 looks promising. Hopefully we're going to see. Maybe they're going to adjust, you know, the key changes, the loot tables, you know, and see what goes from there. Like, I understand why it was pushed out. You guys obviously are hurting for money. Like, you've lost so many players over the past several months that I understand. Like, I understand as a business, you need to make revenue. I mean, you're a business for a reason. You need to make money. But there's a correct way to do it, and there's an incorrect way to do it. And currently, you're doing the incorrect way. Like I've mentioned numerous times, you know, I do marketing for a living. I can make Cryptic so much money, it would be unbelievable. But currently, yeah, this is a cash grab. It's an absolute joke. I'm very sad. I'm very angry about it. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm just one player in the community. Other players have voiced their opinions on it overall. I do, like I said, I will say again that I do like the fact that the key changes are coming. I do like the fact that drop rates are increasing. I don't like the fact that it was pushed very, very soon, way too soon, even on PC. It had 1 week of testing. It was put on the live server. That's garbage. Then 5 days later, they decided, well, console's getting 10.5. Let's give them the key changes too, because Cryptic didn't want to spend the money to go through Sony for PS4 and Microsoft with Xbox, because they have to pay for updates. Maybe a lot of people don't know that, but they have to actually pay a little fee to push content out per console. So that's one of the reasons they're trying to save money, is that they want to push these changes so quickly. But at the same time, like I said, it's 100% transparent that it is definitely a cash grab. That's the main reason they push this. Is, yeah, the new 10-man dungeon is going to be coming out. Well, the community is going to need keys. Well, let's screw them over and say, well, now you definitely need the keys. If you want the relic weapons, you're going to have to burn through your keys. There's no way around it. It's a piece of shit system, and I'm sad to see that it's going. But another thing I want to mention really quickly is that most of you don't know that Neverwinter is based on casual players. Like, it actually doesn't benefit the hardcore players like myself. Casual players are worth more to Cryptic than a hardcore player like myself, because they figure, let's just make random numbers here. If they get 10 new players per day, those 10 new players are more interested in like buying things on the Zen market. You know, they're probably going to buy VIP and maybe a little of this, maybe since they're a new player, they don't really know things, so that maybe they'll buy an epic mount right off the bat for 2,000 Zen. You know, that's $20. Those numbers are insignificant, but when you add them all together, you know, over days and periods of times of weeks and months, all that revenue eventually does add up. So yeah, you know, they make a majority of their money definitely from the influx of new players. And casual players for that matter. You know, a casual player is going to upgrade his VIP, you know, when he needs to, you know, once a month, blah, 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 blah. And that's another thing with the farming, you know, it's going to suit casual players because hardcore players like me that play 16 hours a day, it doesn't benefit me, you know, like I'm going to have to go through so many legendary dragon keys. Like I don't even know what I have liquid on me right now. So I got 45 million AD right now. Yeah, most of that money is going to be going for legendary dragon keys apparently. You know, there's nothing I can do about it. So GG for that, guys. Okay, I'm done ranting. This video needed to be made. If you have a rational opinion on the matter, please feel free to comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your opinions on it. Any childish comments or troll comments will obviously be deleted. I'm not going to deal with that shit. Not on this video. Go post on another video that, you know, doesn't matter. But this video in particularly, if you want to have a legitimate discussion, or you have something to add to the discussion, like I said, I'm going to DM this video to Julia once I do post it. Hopefully she does actually watch the whole video because the community needs answers. And we need to see where the direction of this game is going overall. So, like I said, I got to experience Mod 11 a little bit. It looks fantastic so far. Not very many complaints with that, but, you know, that could always change as well. Dungeon key changes, yes, I agree. They're good. But the campaign key rate needs adjusted. There's no reason I shouldn't be making a campaign key like every 2 hours. Every 2 hours, every 3 hours. If I have the currency to make the key, then let me make the damn key. Not one key a day. That's absurd. Absolutely absurd. Which I did mention in that suggestion. I did a suggestion video, and then I also typed it all out and posted it on the main forums, which I will leave a link in the description to that post. We'll see how buried it's gotten because I haven't been on the official forums in a while. But alright, it's Garlaanx. I'm signing out of here. I'm going to have a lot of content for you guys this week. Like I said, Sea of Moving Ice does come out tomorrow, the 17th, for console, PS4 and Xbox. You can expect a lot of videos coming within the next few weeks. New builds, new guides, new lockbox videos. You know, there's a lot going on. So I'm sorry about the rant. I'm sorry about the rage. I really don't enjoy making videos like this. But like I said, I'm very compassionate about this game. And sometimes videos like this need to be made. Like, they need woken up over there. Like, Mimic King, get your freaking shit together. Thomas Foss, I will put my boot in your ass, okay? Get your shit together. This is definitely a cash grab event. I'm sad to see it happen. Or not an event, but it's a cash grab ploy, for that matter. So yeah, I'm very sad to see it happen, but like I said, there's nothing we're gonna do about it. It's happening. So here's to farming in 10.5, guys. You know, let's see how long it actually takes to get the legendary relic weapons, because it's gonna take a while. All right, we'll see you guys in the next video. Sorry again about the rage. I do apologize. You know, but you guys at Cryptic, wake up. You know, if you want your game to die, then let it die. Be transparent about it. At least tell the community, you know, hey, this is how much time the game's going to be having left. You know, we're moving on to bigger and better things. You know, maybe you guys are working on a new project that no one knows about. Who knows? But I don't think that's the case. I just don't think you guys know what the hell you're doing, to be perfectly honest. So, all right, we'll see you in the next video, guys.